the process is that it's 3 days. That's number one. Two, the papers are out of 120 marks each relative to the traditional 100 marks, giving a total of 360. Then there's only one scenario for each of those 3 papers, meaning that you end up with 3 scenarios. And the papers are no longer 3 hours and 4 hours long. So that in itself has had some positives and sometimes some negatives depending on where one is. The positive, what we have seen is that the pass rate for both Jan and June, they improved from last year's 61% to now 76%, which then indicates that yes, this is doable. But one might say that what therefore makes it a little bit tricky, what makes it sometimes when one will think I've got it, but then things don't, or the results say otherwise. From my view, it's sometimes the level of integration. Because if there are limited number of papers and the content is fairly the same, what it means that there is a greater level of integration. And that integration means that it needs to be dealt with quite specifically, because the integration requires a number of skills. It requires your planning capabilities to say that, all right, now I can read the required. What do I do with it? Do I read it first, then read the scenario? Do I still read the scenario and then go to the required? How much time should I give to reading the scenario in that 4 hours? Should I then do this and that? So there is that level of planning that is now required. Sometimes it can heighten and make these exams a little bit more difficult. Then it is also the fact that now, even if you look at, say, the June 2025 paper 1, where now you had 3 pages of required, that in itself means that there is a little bit of a tricky situation that the papers might feel longer, because now the examiner is saying that you have more time. You now have a number of disciplines been assessed in a single paper, and now you need to be able to then bring yourself into this. So those kind of things sometimes complicate matters. And when we reflected, we then realized that the program that we have also needs to evolve and better equip you for success there. And for us, we really believe that our role as a support program, it's one of doing exactly that, to help you to navigate this successfully. And the message from the SAICA CEO really resonated with our view in terms of how we should be thinking about our role when we design and put programs before you. And this is what what she said in the press release when the June results were released, that candidates who participated in the support programs, and this was in the context of Tutuka, achieved a higher pass rate compared to those who did not. This highlights that this intervention yields results, especially where candidates take the time to prepare for the IAC with support. So that is really how you need to think about us. We are your partners here. We want to see you succeed. We want you to be part of the states that have got a higher pass rate. And now where we are now understanding that, yes, the results might look better than last year, but they are not at a level that we will have desired. We have now looked at our program and said that what is it, if we understand the challenges to be X, that need to change? So one of the things that we have now done, which will become a little bit much more clearer when you look at the timetable and as we talk through it, is that we have now incorporated tasks or questions throughout the program. So what it has now done, it has now made this an active program. We don't necessarily wait for an assessment to remind you or for you to take stock, but we have now created many check-in points where now you are able to recognize that I need more time here. I need more support here. I need to consult here. Because sometimes the tricky thing is the illusion of time. Where now you are saying that, but it's still September, and I'm still busy. Let me join the program later on in November. November, no, but December work is gonna relax. I'm gonna have more time. I'm gonna study and so on. Because sometimes that illusion of I've got time can be one of the greatest thieves. So what we are now doing, or what we aim to do, is to really say to you that the program will then be more engaging. But the engagement is not for any other purpose than to empower you. So what we are doing now, we are saying that especially for phase zero will be really structured around the recent June and Jan papers that you will have written. And it will be to really give you the confidence and to remind you or to make you see how you could have conquered in those exams and therefore how to take those lessons to conquer future exams. And what will then happen is we will then be leveraging the power of analytics, data analytics, as IAC is going, as well as the power of digital technologies, where now we'll be providing you with instant feedback. So come to a class where you see on the timetable, it says attempted task. You're going to be given some time to attempt a task, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 45, sometimes an hour, depending on the context. And after you submit, you're going to get immediate feedback, which will then be telling you where some of your weaknesses, where some of your strengths are, meaning that when you are in class and after the class, you know how you're going to build further on those areas that have been provided to you. And one of the things that we were challenging ourselves over the past couple of weeks, which we'll still continue to do before we officially launch, is to just say, what should then be the structure of the feedback? How should you then be thinking about that? And this is then our guidance. The guidance is we are looking to, and the professional body are going to assess you as to whether you're a responsible leader in business. So we're going to be assessing your integrated thinking, your ability to bring together technical competencies, while you're able to bring in your enabling competencies of critical thinking, business acumen, ethical leadership, as well as effective communication skills. Then we are also going to bring your personal values and attitude, because your ability to join the classes on time, your ability to prepare for the classes, your commitment, really that talks to you from a professional value and your attitude towards your success. So these are not the things that we're going to be speaking about, but we want them to be lived experiences in the program. So one of the ways that we're going to be giving you feedback, this is something that we have seen, and you might have seen as well in this from a SAICA website, SAICA examination report, where now they are saying that the candidates are not doing well because they are not applying their knowledge. Then in some cases, they're saying that time is just not being managed properly. And in some instances, it's just the depth of analysis. You see issues, but you don't go deeper into them. And that's just talking to critical thinking, where you might be saying that, oh, but I saw it, I just didn't know why they were giving it to me. Or I saw it and I thought about this, but I didn't get to this particular point. Or I saw it, but I didn't link it to that thing that they told me before. So the depth of analysis, that's something that we're going to be giving you feedback on. Then your ability to bring together ideas and discuss pros and cons and give recommendations is some of the things that we will be focusing on. So the idea here is that you will know much earlier, you will have the opportunity to deal with the problems much earlier, therefore putting you at a significant advantage for you to do well come ISC Jan. So we don't want you to get to the end and say that I thought everything was going well. I thought I'll have more time, but we want to really spread the time and give you the opportunity to learn as you go, master as you go, so that by the time we get to the last phase, which is really mastering with excellence, it is all a reality to you, that you now know about all these things and you've come to master them. But because, again, you might be saying that, oh, Renata, you are telling me about this critical thinking and so on. How am I supposed to know and whether I'm demonstrating it or not? And when you look at the timetable again, you're going to see that the phase 0 starts off with just understanding our competency framework, how to think, how to understand what is the expectation and what you will need to be doing when you are engaging with this particular content and these tasks that I'm talking about. So there is really quite a lot of thinking in that regard, but as I said before, that thinking, it's all meant to benefit you. So those will be delivered in the form of screencast, meaning pre-recorded content with detailed example, detailed guidance, so that if I give you feedback and I say, you, Freedom, you didn't do well when it comes to critical thinking, you will know what it means. If I say that your business acumen is excellent, you know, therefore you don't need to worry about X. You can continue to do that. But that is the idea. That's why I'm saying that the program and the changes that we now have are really meant to build your success, to build you as a professional, and to give you success. Then one of the things that I just always want to reflect on, to say that, yeah, when you tell us about integration, really, how does integration look like? So here I've only put the 2025 Jan paper, but when you look at it, just look at the detail or the layout, to say that paper 1 was quite an interesting one. It had about what? It had audit, strategy, and tax, as well as PVAs, personal values, attitude, and acumen marks across. Then look at paper 2. Paper 2 and paper 3 integrated almost 4 technical disciplines in them. So this kind of integration, sometimes it makes others a little bit nervous, and others, it really puts them at what? Others, it really puts them at a significant disadvantage. But what we want to do is to help you thrive at the end of the day, is to see you become comfortable with this kind of integration, have a clear and practical and a strategy you can implement consistently. So these are some of the things that I just want you to look forward to when we talk about our program. So we are busy training our AI just to help you and give you personalized, detailed, and really feedback that talks to your needs. So that is something that I'll also want you to do to just look forward to, and make sure you come to the classes on time, you prepare for the classes. If there are post-class content work you need to do those. And for us, we really strongly believe so, that you're going to do well. Then in terms of just some of the technical aspect, in terms of how we've built them in, the tutorial-based lectures. So the lectures are also going to evolve. They're going to be very, very practical, because we want you to really recognize your efforts to get here. You didn't get here by a fluke. You didn't just appear here. You really worked through one of the most challenging hurdles of your journey, CTA. That's why you find yourself here today. You've conquered it. And sometimes it's easy to forget that, especially when you find yourself faced with challenges because the recent results didn't come through. So we don't want to then dedicate too much time hitting things that, or spending time on things that you've learned before. We've got CTA videos for that. We're going to give you detailed feedback and guidance in terms of what to do. But when we get to class, there will be those tasks that I've mentioned, and we're going to be focusing on unpacking a question. Through unpacking a question, we are able to hit two stones, two birds rather, with one stone. One is the one of technical competence. We'll then reinforce your technical knowledge, and will also help you to unpack things like your digital IQ, things like your business acumen, things like your critical thinking, as well as your ethical leadership. So that's the idea with the tutorial-based lectures. Then we are also going to really restructure our questions, to say that the questions need somewhat of what? The questions need somewhat of a detailed, they need somewhat of a detailed thinking, where now we want to then really connect them with your needs. So they will be evolving as well, in order to just reflect better on the recent observation from IEC Jan as well as June. So that's something that you can also expect to change for your benefit as well. Consultations, will continue to have consultations, so that if something is still not making sense, if something is still bothering you, you've got an opportunity to connect with one of the lecturers in order to benefit. And we do see that sometimes the candidates that consult a lot, the candidates that reach out when they're stuck, the candidates that show that additional level of commitment, they tend to also do much better, because they are saying that I'm now more bothered about this, and therefore I'm going to take an additional step rather than just coming to class, rather than just doing the questions. But they are now saying that I'm going to consult in order to make sure that this issue is well behind me. Then, as I've mentioned, we are going to give you in those initial classes a detailed guidance on understanding your PVAs and making sure that you get the very best out of it. So those are some of the things when it comes to technical competence and pervasive skills that you can expect. But because this technical, the exam is still an important part, then in the second and the third phase, or rather phase 1 and phase 2, we are going to have an integrated question bank, a prep exam, and which also there will be quite detailed and personalized, as well as quite timely feedback. And at the end of the program, we're going to have practice exams. Then another thing that we're going to do, we are going to also have some questions in the question bank with pre-recorded content so that you are able to work on your own, but more importantly, are able to sit and someone unpacks the question for you. Because sometimes you might find that you are not doing well in a question because you don't know, but it's because you might struggle to be connecting the dots. So the question bank videos are very important in refining your exam technique. So that's why for us, they sit under an exam technique slide. Consultations as well, they come up again to say this is beyond just developing you now, but this is now helping you to master effective exam technique. Then, as I've mentioned earlier, there will then be script review that will also be building on what did you do well, what did you not do well, and ensuring that you have success throughout. So these are some of the elements that we have in the program to ensure that you are a success at the end of the day. So let me just pause here and take questions. Are there any questions in terms of some of the things that I've mentioned, some of the things that you've read about, maybe the timetable? Because I want to just make sure that you really understand how we are going to partner